old RaJuR Real Deep Cool coming at you tonight with some first impressions of some things that I think I may want to do. Okay, oh yeah, yes we do. And this is what we're gonna do it, and this is why we're doing it for. What we're gonna do is we're gonna try to take a sample, rub that sample, until it turns into one of those little bottles that comes out of a store, preferably in New York. Yeah, that's where I get most of my fragrances from, and a couple other places like Lady Ruth down in Kentucky. Rub it, yeah. That's what I want to happen, and if that don't happen, I gotta pull some money out of my pocket and go and lay down the dough and pick it up. That's how I got to go. That's how I got to go. Yeah, let me give you some pound. Hold on to it right there. Turn it, then unlock the loop, unlock the fragrance, and pull it back into yourself. Yeah. Now let me turn off the monitor here so I'm not looking at the monitor no more. Yeah. Okay. Enough of that. That was my main man, my imitation, my impression of the main man. R.E.P. Randy Macho Man Savage. Yeah, I know some of you too young to even know what the Macho Man was. But you know what? A Macho Man is like me. A Macho Man who collects fragrances, wears sweet fragrances, wear leather fragrances. I don't care what it is because it don't scare me because I am the Macho Man. Yeah. Let's go. What I did today was I said, well look, let me take out 6 fragrances. Incense, sweet, and leather, okay? So I didn't have a lot to choose from my particular samples, but I was hoping that I would be able to pick out what I needed. So I picked out what I needed. I picked out Kilian Incense Oud, okay? I picked out Jovoy's Liturgie, RaJuR. Yeah, picked that out. I picked out Amouage Dia Man. I picked Heeley Agarwood, Escentrics Molecules, Molecule 01, and last but not least, another Jovoy private label. Those are the 6 I picked out. I picked out Incense Oud because again, I was looking for another incense, just one more. And truly, I think I wanted something else from Kilian, even though I think I have enough. I have Liaison Dangerous coming in tomorrow, so I'll have 4 presentations and Cool Intentions and Straight to Heaven and Back to Black and oh my gosh. So I wanted to get an oud, and I wasn't sure whether it would be pure oud or whether it would be incense oud. I didn't like amber oud, it was a little too light and it smelled like something already that I had. And I didn't want to get really into the musk oud, even though I like musk oud. I had musk oud and I tested that more than I tested any other oud from the Kilian line, but musk oud, again, I'm not a musk guy. I guess it's going to be another note that I'm going to have to get into sooner or later. I mean, enough of everything have a dry down for musk, but I'm not like a musk guy that buys something that says musk. So I decided to do the musk oud. So I went with the Kilian Incense Oud because not only is the oud, it's the incense, and it's from Kilian. The Liturgie is an incense as well from the Jovoy, and I really liked it when I got it as a sample from men. So I just figured that I would definitely pull that one out. Dia Man, because I have a lot of Amouages, I'm looking for another one. I should have really pulled out Honor. But I know I like Honor, so I figured since I didn't really get down with Dia, I didn't spend a day with Dia, I figured I'd spend a day with Dia instead of Honor. I know I like Honor already. Just don't like that white bottle. Then we have Private Label, which is another Jovoy, and that's a leather as well. And I kind of really like it. I just want to like complete my leather collection because I have I don't think I have enough leathers. I have the Cure, Velours, I have the Tuscan leather, and wow, I don't think I have too many leathers. That's about it. So I think I need a couple more leathers in my life. So that's why I pulled out the private label for a leather. I didn't like Cure. Cure by Amouage Dia Man was a little bit too Cure. Like dirty Cure. Like you drag some leather in the dirt or something. You know, it didn't remind me of how I felt about Tuscan leather. About how I really didn't like that leather with the raspberry in it. Because is it me or is it all the leathers have a little bit of raspberry in them or something? I don't know what that is. I know Cure Velours doesn't have raspberry in it. It has berries. So it's a little bit different. And the Escentrics Molecules one, I just wanted to check it out. I got that from Barney's and wanted to see what that was like. So today I sprayed them all on. And I'll tell you what I got from each one real quick and real succinctly. I'll try to do it the best I can through the video scope. Yeah, I'm gonna give you the best I can, when I can, how I can. Round and around we go, here we go, nobody knows. But one of these I'm gonna like the most out of all of these. I'm gonna break it down from 3 to 2 to 1. Yeah, here we go. Kilian Incense Oud. I like the incense. It didn't remind me of any other incense or incense that's in that is a note inside another incense fragrance. So I like that. The oud didn't really stand out for me, and I don't know where I heard that Kilian doesn't really use oud. They use the oud accords. They put together the notes to create a oud. But then if you look at Frangretica, there is a oud note there. So I don't know however it works. I didn't really smell a lot of oud anyway. So I consider Kilian Incense Oud to be a nice fragrance. It has a nice woody, maybe sweet citrusy type oud in it. So yeah, it wasn't just a regular dry oud. Like the driest oud I think I've ever smelled was the Paris Monte Carlo Oud Imperial. Man, that was some dry oud. And I think Amouage Dia Man oud is wow. I don't know what's up with that. That's like just stuck a tree in a bottle. So yeah. That wasn't really a dry oud. That was just some dirty oud. But the driest oud I smelled was the Paris Monte Carlo. This oud was like a sweeter oud. Not like a citrus oud like oud concentrate from Acqua di Parma. Not like that. That's a citrus oud. That's a citrus oud, yeah. But this oud is a little bit different. Then we had the incense coming from the Liturgie des Heures, however you pronounce it, from the Jovoy, because I wanted to smell an incense. And what I got from that immediately was Montal's full incense. That's what I got from that. That was it. Montal's full incense is what I got from that oud. All right, hold just a second. Let me check something real quick. Let me check something real quick. I just got a look. Okay, very good. And now I'm back, yeah. Next we have Heeley Agarwood, which really stunned me. To smell Heeley Agarwood was to smell something that was kind of dry, but I can tell there's something else in this oud when you first spray it. It almost smelled medicinal. It kind of reminded me of the Frankenskirk John oud. It had a medicinal start, and like now, and you know, I don't know what's in the back. There's something in the back of this, but I can tell you what, at the very end, this thing turned into a sweet rose. It went all the way from smelling like a medicinal oud, almost like the one I just sold. I sold steam oud. Almost had a steam oud vibe. The steam oud stayed steam oud. This turned into a rose. Could not believe it. Didn't believe it was going to happen. Unbelievable. So that's Heeley Agarwood. Fresh my memory with Incense Oud. And like I said, Incense Oud has something sweet in it. I'm not sure what it is. Dia was another sweet scent. Dia is different on this paper than it is on my skin. Dia on my skin was really not cute, but like Dia was like safe. You know, it has incense in it. Kind of remind me of the old lady thing with gold. But actually later on it did sweeten up somewhat. It did transition somewhat. It didn't stay totally linear. Like Incense Oud to me stayed linear all the way through. It wasn't really strong at the end, like La Liturgie. That was strong at the end. But just like Montel's full incense, when I wore that before, that was strong at the end as well. This Dia is just. Initially, I said it smelled like something out of Macy's or something, but it doesn't. But it's safe. It's just a safe scent that I think Amouage didn't want to take too much of a chance on, and kind of stay within that XXV, maybe the Reflection Man gold thing. You know, that's what I think they was trying to do with that. If you ask me, Molecules 01 is what it is right now. And as it was suggested to me by somebody else, because until that person suggested it to me, I didn't even think about it. I thought Molecules or Escentrics wasn't a bad smell. He said it smelled like a hamster cage. Hence, sweet hamster cage. Yes, that's what it smelled like, sweet hamster cage. Private Label, which is a leather-based fragrance from Jovoy. It smells like almost like a leather, not like a leather glove or a leather jacket, like something bigger leather. No, but not like not like the interior of a leather car and leather. No, maybe like a leather couch. It smells bigger leather to me, and it smells manly leather, like Tuscan leather. But it smells not like Tuscan leather. Nothing. Not even close. Not even close to Tuscan leather. And Mona Diorio's Cure doesn't smell. Well, it's kind of like a little bit. I had some on my hand. It kind of smelled like Tuscan leather, but it was dirtier. So this Private Label. What else? Yeah. Honorable mention is this baby right here, Greg Lawrence for Barney's. That's all I got to say. Man, this thing smells so cool. It smells like vanilla and, you know, cedarwood or something in it. I don't know what it just smells. It smells comforting, you know what I mean? It does have, I know it has to have vanilla in it. It has tonka vanilla in it. And alcohol stings your nose in the beginning, but this Greg Lawrence smells pretty doggone good, I think, for a summer scent. Okay? All of these right here, to me, are winter scents. They pretty much pushed through the day. The one that didn't last too long today was the Molecules 01. The one that really was pumping at the end of the day was the La Liturgie and Dia. Oud had backed off a little bit. Kilian Incense Oud had backed off a little bit. Heeley had turned into that rose and kind of fell back a little bit. Molecule 01 was almost gone. And Private Label was hanging in there too. The leather from Private Label wasn't bad. So, you know, I like them all in a sense, in a certain way, for what they are. But I know there were some I would not put in my collection. Molecule 01 would not have any place in my collection. Not because it smelled like a sweet hamster cage, but I just think with the ISOE Super and just trying to find out what it will do for you throughout the day, probably depending on what you've eaten, whatever coming through your skin, especially in the summertime. I mean, I'm a vegetarian, I don't eat a lot of, I don't eat red meat or pork or anything like that, even chicken, so I may not have too much of a problem with it on my skin, but I just wouldn't want to mess with that because I think it's more a reaction to your skin than it is to what it actually is when you spray it on you. So, Heeley Agarwood would probably make the cage because it is another rose base. It's not a rose base, for instance, but I think one of the major notes in it is rose. It has to be. For it to dry down to that sweet rose today, it has to be. And the oud got out the way. Like after 2-3 hours, the oud was gone. You really didn't even smell too much oud. So to me, it's like a rose oud scent. There's nothing like Rose 31 or Duetto or Lior Dior. Or might I even say is, it's not like, well, that's not really a rose oud scent. I was going to say Capriccio. But anyway, it has its own flavor. But because the oud is so prominent in the beginning, and then it comes down to the rose is not really standing out in the beginning of the Heeley Agarwood. So I would consider that for my cage. Private label, I would definitely consider for my cage because it is another leather based fragrances, and I think it'll really work well with the Cure Velours that I have and the Tom Ford Tuscan leather. I still think there should be maybe 2 more. I'm not sure if Black Saffron is going to make it because when it dried down a little flat. You know, it was kind of sweet in the beginning. It had like that pulp, Oud de Mortel beginning, but when it dried down by the end of the day, it was just leather. Just leather. You know, it didn't have anything to it. It didn't have like a raspberry note or anything or a citrus coming out of it. It was just leather. I was like Mona Diorio's Cure. It was just leather. DNO. Just move right on. Incense Oud May. Incense Oud is a possibility I may for Incense Oud. Like I said, again, almost somewhat biased because I wanted another Kilian. It doesn't have to be the presentation. It can just be in the bottle. I wanted a oud from them, either pure oud or Incense Oud. Pure oud is more raw. It's raw flavored to me. It's really raw and rough and tough. Really manly oud. But I don't think a female would really appreciate that more than they probably would appreciate an Incense Oud because this has like a sweet incense. I mean, it's not even churchy to me like the other incenses that I like. But like Liturgie is almost like a church incense, you know. But like I said, this is just totally almost identical to Full Incense by Montal. If I had to buy either one of those, I probably would buy the Liturgie. Because, well, you know, I wouldn't know. I would have to get both of those and just wear those for a good day to see if anything else changed. But from what I remember, Full Incense, which I did wear, and this, there wasn't much change at all. It was kind of linear. So I just don't think that I would deal with this one right here. No. So between these 3, now we're down to the 1, 2, 3. Which 3 is more likely to make it to the cage? Well, because I do want another Kilian, and I do want an oud because I don't have one, that would be a strong consideration. But compared to these 3, I think it's the weakest of these 3. And not because I want something that's really strong or anything, but I just want something that's going to add to my collection, going to be diverse from my collection, and not really represent anything that I already have. That's the most important thing. I know my friends, my buddies, they love perfume, but to me, perfume become redundant with the vanilla, even though it's like vanilla with sprinkles, vanilla with strawberry on top, vanilla with this one. No, it's just become redundant. It's just different vanillas, and I just don't think I need that many type of fragrances that carry the same thing. Like when I purchased Tom Fords, none of those smell the same. There was nothing to smell the same about Tuscan leather, to plum japonais, to tobacco vanille, to oud wood, to Noir de Noir, to black orchid, to Sahara Noir. None of those smelled the same at all. There was no common theme in those. Some of them had oud in them, but the oud that's in plum japonais does not represent the oud that's in Noir de Noir. It just don't. So I just think that a line that variates a lot from each other is a line I want to get involved with. Perfume is nice. I got a chance to smell 6 of them. But out of the 6, Batitio, I think that's pronounced it, and the Ambrosia are probably the only 2 I'd be interested in. Ambra Aurea kind of fell off a little bit because I think I have some really great ambers already, strong ambers, especially my Amber Mediterranean. So I don't think I would need the Amber Aurea. It will be a redundant purchase. And I just don't think I need, what was the other one? There was another one that kind of reminded me of something else. I forgot what it was. So, but anyway, those are perfumes. I would just probably get 2 of those. I wouldn't try to complete a whole line of those because just the theme is just too similar to each other. To just have the bottles, just to have them, would just be a redundant, purchase for me. This is how I do, you know what I mean? It's not about grabbing the collection and putting them all in. It's about making sure the collection is diverse enough from each other. I like by radio, even though in the front end of most of their fragrances they kind of smell the same. With the Oud Myrtle and the black saffron and the pulp, and I think I smelled Sunday or something like that. They other had this little sweet sting that start off. They kind of smell the same with the fruit, but then they start running off each other, going totally different directions. And I think that's what I like about by radio as well. And Kilian, they almost have the same thing with Love and Sweet Redemption and the Agent Dangerous, but they all again start going different places. The central theme might be African orange flower, I think maybe, but then they still go off in totally different directions. So, Cool Intentions is nothing like Love, and Straight to Heaven is nothing like Back to Black, and on. So they have a diverse collection. That's why I have so many Kilians. So, we're going to remove the Kilian for now. That's on the list, but that is not coming anytime soon. So now, between Agarwood and Private Label, I could use another rose. I have 5 rose scents now. I could use another rose. I can use a diverse rose to start off with Agarwood, and then comes the rose. The only issue with that would be that oud in the beginning would just not be pretty enough. I would have to, see now it's starting already, it's starting to turn into a rose already. So it's not like it's taking really long for that oud to die down and go into sweet rose mode. It's really not. But I can almost smell that smell I smell in Rose 31. I can almost smell that now. Like Rose 31 I smelled in the beginning, what I'm smelling now after maybe 20 minutes on this. Therefore, it could be a wait. The Heeley could be a wait. It will only because I probably want a Heeley, and I wouldn't get the Cardinal because the Cardinal is like a full incense too with the incense thing. So, because I wouldn't want a Heeley, this is the only Heeleys I've known of, the Cardinal in this one. And like I said, once again, I used to tell you the Rose 31 smell like mosquito repellent, like off or something, in the beginning, but then it starts to get totally beautiful. This smells like a bitter oud, but then starts to get beautiful. So what will make the collection, and what's probably next to come into the house? Private Label. Jovoy Private Label will probably be the next one that comes in to start to round out my leather collection. And I think there got to be another leather out there that's got to be diverse enough to make it into the cage. And I'm not sure what it is, but I'll continue to explore. I just know it won't be Mona D'Orio, and it won't be oud leather for Montauk. That smell like Tuscan leather. It definitely won't be Golden Boy. Had that, got rid of that in 2 days after I bought that. Totally disappointed that smelled like Tuscan leather. And Clive C, not gonna happen. Oh, another surprise that might make it in here, if I can get it at a good price, it's probably gonna be the small 30 mil. I'm not spending a lot of money for Clive Christian, but Woman X. If I get my nose on that one more time, if I can go to Saks and get my nose on that one more time, it's gonna be a good chance I'm gonna scoop that up. So that's it. That's all we have. That's all we're gonna do right now. Coming at you 3D through the audio scope, video scope, passing this on to you, coming from me, from you. Pound me up. Let's get ready to stop this video and move on to something else, which is the NCAA March Madness Tournament. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do for the rest of the night. We're gonna chill, get some rest, get ready for this long week, because I'm gonna be working it overtime, because I got to get this in, and I got to get it with the overtime. Yeah. Alright, so I'm out, got to go. Raj Real Deep Cool on the web. RaJuR Real Deep Cool on the web. RaJuR. RealDeepKOOL. On the web. Check it out. Let's go. I'm getting ready to go. I got to hit it from the back. Holla at you. Boy, if you feel the way I'm feeling, you feeling fantastically marvelous. 100.